Let's have a look at Morningstar, part 2.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here? I'm the big fella Scruff, and what I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, you find value, all that sort of crap, do hit the subscribe button. Generally motivates me to do more. And if you do like it, hit the like so the algo picks up and we can share the video around. And while you're on sharing the video around, make certain your friends see it, because I'd like to see this grow. Certainly this series, because it takes a lot of my time to do this and I just want to see it's worthwhile. So what is Morningstar? Well, Morningstar is basically doing a trade before you go to work or early morning to build up some capital and then do what you want with it. Now we started it with 150 quid, started it yesterday and we got our first dollar in. Doesn't sound a lot, but in terms of growth, it's huge. And the idea is to take little steps every day and you build the pot up. Now you saw me do it with the shares account sort of December last year, and that's still running, and watch out for the Vanguard videos. There'll be kind of an update this week and you'll see how well it's done. Little steps is how you make a living. If you're swinging the fences and looking for huge wins and you just want to see the gurus with the Lambos, this channel ain't for you. This is real world trading and how it works, and hopefully inspire you to be a little bit better. And the odd kick off, because I love a bit of a rant, because that's old. I've got a horrible sense of humour, so sometimes if Winky's here, I'll be winding her up, all of that. But these morning videos are quick and punchy. I'm just going to go on and show you. So, if anybody's still here, I do these little rambly things just to shake out the dickheads. Because I've got no time for dickheads, I've got no time for freeloaders either. You can all fuck off. But if you're a good guy and you want to really learn, I've got all the time in the world for you. Why do I say that? Because I had a dickhead come into the Discord that was trying to scam people, pretending to be me. So a little public announcement. If you ever get a direct message or an email unprompted, and it says it's from me, offering services, it's a scam. Report it immediately. There's no Telegram with my name on it. I shut my Telegram down. So if you see a Telegram with Scruffy Trader logos on, it's a fake. And if you see a Discord channel, it's for my members and you'll only get the links in my community. And again, just ask and I'll verify whether it's us, and you'll see it because ours is chaotic. It's crazy. But all the others, if it's offering signals, nah, it's rubbish. So it was just a quick of a heads up. Right, what are we looking at? Well, we're coming up to top of 8 o'clock. I've already looked at the markets this morning, and we operate with 4 markets. Now, we do 2 before 8 o'clock and 2 after 8 o'clock. And the idea is to trade one of them. And I stress one. One of the biggest killers in this industry is overtrading. And you put position sizes too big and you try trade too many times. I'll leave that to the morons who think they know what they're doing but actually make fuck up. Trade once, trade it well, and walk away. That's how you make money. So if the markets that I've looked at this morning, the best one for this breakout is this market here. So we'll be looking for this. We're looking for approximately 10 pips minimum. So from in and around here, we've got enough space up into these buffer points to get our 10 pips. Now, I'm waiting for the candle to close. And I'll just put my order screen up here out the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to define the range, drop it into 5 minutes, and then we're going to trade it. Now, we do keep this running on a spreadsheet, which is here. Yesterday we got £1.54, and it was a short Morningstar on cable. All right, and there's the rules of the trade. I'll come back to this once we sort of define the range, etc. Now, the market that we're looking at, it's BlackBull, which is here, and we're using the hedge version of MT5. If you want to come along and join, there is a link to BlackBull down below. It's the same platform as what's used on the 5%ers. So if you want to use them, there's a link below. 5%ers will give you 5% discount. These will give you, this looks like it's, excuse me, I'm going to just define the range. So we've got a range here. Just set that to maroon. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's drop it into 5 minutes so we can see what's going on. Okay. Just want to shift that. Right. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing at this moment in time is I'm just watching what's going on. I want to see a break of this. The reason why I draw a box on is just so I can clearly identify it, to be honest. What we're going to do, so it'll be a pending order. We are at only £1 because that's my maximum bid size, and it's a MT5, so it goes up in increments of 10 pence. So I have to use that. Right, we in. Okay. So pending order. Just watch this for a little minute. So it's gone into the box. We have the odds in our favour. So, right. So just gonna edge that into the top. I'm a little bit early to the party here. I should really let the candle close. Right, let me just adjust these because I want to put in a target. Okay, right. I want to set that to points. So let me just change this a second. Okay. Stop levels in points. That's it. Okay. Right. So set that. Okay. Just set this to where I want it to be. All right. So I've defined the range. Now the range is, it's either 10 pips or the range. Okay, and so in this case the range isn't that big, it's 8 pips, so it's below 10. I go for sort of like a 10 pip target. Okay, now what I'm looking for each day is £1.15. Now let me show you that, and then I'll come back to the platform and I'll explain it. I've set a target of 25 quid for the month. Now we did £1.54 yesterday, so it did quite well. And we need to achieve around £1.15 per day. That'll get us our sort of target, shall we say. Okay, so that's where that comes from. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'll be working on this compound plan to build up. Now at the moment we can only have one split because that's all the account will allow us to have. We're running at a 10 pip or 10 pence per pip movement, so I can't do anything till that gets to 20, and then when it does I'll be increasing by 5% to each round it off, and then it'll eventually come into a wage maker where it'll build up the position sizes and you can start seeing what you get. Okay, So that's what we're doing. October. So we'll put that there. Get that down here. Now, as usual, it's pulled away. Dropped a clanger there. I really have dropped a clanger. I should have waited for the breakout, for the close rather, but we always get itchy trigger fingers. But at the same time, I'm not that worried. The premise is correct to a breakout to the top side, and it's short signs, so we'll just have to live with it. Okay, if it's wrong, well, then we get stopped out and we lose a little bit. Simple as that. So that's that. As I was saying, it's Black Bull. If I just pull that up, we can see. So we'll change this into a custom period of today. There we go. So we'll change that all around. So that was yesterday. This is the trade. It's 31p against us, and we're looking to increase this balance. Okay. So what we'll do, I'll just leave that running. Now, at 8:30, I do have a meeting with the guys, so I'll have to switch the camera off. And I'll just have to come back to you at 9 o'clock. Now, this will either have completed and we're done for the day, or we'll just have to manage it out. Catch you in a bit. Okay guys, I need the camera for half an hour to go into a meeting with the squad. We have a Zoom call every day. If you want to come along, do drop in the YouTube community. You'll find links to the Discord, and if you want to become part of the membership, you'll find links to that as well. And eventually you'll find all the rules to this as well, because, well, that's just kind of the way it is. Anyway, let me jump into my meeting. I'll come back in half an hour or so, and we'll see how this gets on. At the minute, it's just tittering around. It's not really doing much. Hopefully, it might be done by the time we get back. Catch you in a bit.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, guys, we're back. Had a great meeting with the guys. A little salute to you. We had a good chat about various bits and pieces. And this is now just murraying its way up the chart. Happy days. So kind of right. We're currently at 88. We need to get it to 115 ideally. Once it gets above 115, I'll probably be looking to close this off. Reason being is very simple. I've got no margin to work with, so I can't average into it or anything like that. I've got to be a little bit careful about what I'm doing. Now, we may be pulling the stops in as well, just again to protect the account. And if we comes down and clips us, well, c'est la vie. Happy days. So let's play it out and see how we get on. Okay guys, this is playing out while I've been having my coffee. Because I know Scruffy likes it, coffee. Doesn't know. And he likes Winky. And she's going to stay here. In fact, I'm going to duffle her up and make certain that she's here all the time. And the reason I'm duffling her up is because Steph's beady eye made a comment last night. You naughty boy. Anyway, was this naughty? No, it wasn't. It did exactly what I wanted. It did the breakout. I should have closed it off when it hit the orange line, which would have given me my target. But what I'm trying to do is build up the fund. But because I had my stop in place, in other words, I couldn't lose any money, and then I pulled the stop in just because I didn't want it to break out of that range, it's clipped me out. So stopped me out, but it was the right thing to do when I look at this, because it is pulling back on itself. So it doesn't look much, but it's added 73. So we can add this into the puzzle. So again, so that was 154.55. The investment point, I'll just put it in as a basic figure because I'm not really working on this at the moment. It's just to give a guide. It's 10p. Actually, I forgot what it was. What did I say that was? 73 pence. So I should have pulled it when it hit the mark. But, well, this is real life. It doesn't work like that. You know, this one was long. I'm in a good mood. And we were looking for the break. Was stopped out as stop pulled too quick. But I'm not worried about pulling it quick for a very good reason. I've got nowhere to go with this. I have to defend the account all the time. But we're moving up, you know, it didn't look much. You know, but we 9.1% way into target. We've only been doing it for 2 days. We were just shy of this target, which is 0.5%. So we're just shy of that. So all in all, we're still doing okay. You know, we're not doing bad at all. You know, and if we look at what this is, just so I can remind you. That's what we started with. This is where we're up to. This is our gross P&L, which has increased that balance by 1.5%. We're starting to rack up against the bank. If I continue going like that, I'll outperform the bank. Now, there's only 2 positions in, so I'm not really going to get overly excited about that. But what it's showing me is the growth, you know, and then you just drop it down into here, and then it'll start showing the growth in here, and I can start working out what's going on. So we've gained 22 pips in the last 2 days. It's all right, live with that. Now, there are people out there that are going to go, well, it's only pennies, why'd you bother? Well, because pennies add up, and eventually they'll come to something that's sizable. And that's what this is all about. And just to kind of give you a quick idea of what sizable is, when I did this earlier on, and I will be doing an update on this, and it's just because it was requested this morning, or somebody was asking about it this morning, was let's have a look, see what the other account did. Well, let me show you. There it is there. It's now pulling in 3.5 grand. You know, I can live with that. That was a small account berth that you saw me build up, and now I put a little bit of prop money in from a small account, and then I put the small account money into that, and it's got 3.5 grand. Happy days. So these small building accounts are incredibly important. And if you're looking for just show me the big money and all of this, I can do that. And I'll still do my wage account and show you that. But I think these are far more important because they'll show you the basics from the ground up. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Probably I'm wrong. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody watches the channel anyway, so it's only me having a cup of coffee and talking into the camera to myself. Well, a lot of the time. But there's some good guys who do follow me, and that's why I'm doing this. I've got all the time in the world for you guys. I genuinely have, and I truly thank you for the support that you give me. Genuinely do. So, we'll do this again tomorrow. If you want to follow the journey, you'll find the BlackBull link below. You'll also find the 5%ers prop link below, because the platforms are identical. So, either go into the 5%ers or go into BlackBull, and you'll be able to follow this journey. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.